I started playing some Dishonored pacifist playthrough and switching up some content just to get me going. But yeah, what I ultimately decided is, sat down and thought about what I was going to do. A lot of people were like, is that the end of you? I'm like, no way, it's the end of me.
Hi guys, welcome back to Basically a Podcast, episode 13 with your hosts, official crew, Gibbsy J, and myself, Spring Peak as well. Right, so it's been an interesting week. We've had a few things happen in the Tarkov world, a lot of speculation, big release, some news we weren't expecting as well, but we'll get onto that in just a little bit. Gibbsy, what have you been up to this week? What are your plans? What have you been doing?
I have been off all week. To be fair, I was quite busy all week, to be honest. I had my first day off on Wednesday, and I went back to work today. So I had like 6 days off, 6 days off, and I was just busy. Like, I didn't actually get to do nothing. Do you know what I mean? So I went to a wedding, then I went to a picnic for the Queen's Jubilee. Good old Queen Lizzie.
Mm-hmm.
And then Holly, my other half, was in Spain, and she came back. Spent some time with her. Then back to work today. Shattered, but we move.
Fair.
That's about it, really. I don't really have any other plans.
Fantastic.
I said I was going to stream, but I think I only did like 2 streams.
Matt, what you been doing? What's the crack?
Been basically just celebrating Lizzie's birthday, basically.
That's a 4-day bender then, yeah?
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Yeah. By the end of it, I was shattered. Do I regret it? Yeah, probably, but...
Will I do it again? Absolutely.
Probably, yeah. But, we were celebrating something that, we will not see in our lifetime, again. It was a big weekend.
Did you guys watch the party thing?
Yeah, it was really good.
I've seen bits. I was at work over the Jubilee weekend, so my main worry was the fact they closed our road for a street party, and I was concerned about not being able to park my car on my driveway. And then when I got home, because it pissed down with rain all day, a lot of them finished up early. So by the time I got home from work, everyone had fucked off anyway. So it's all good. I'm that guy.
I'm not trying to be controversial with one of those controversial, like,
here
opinions.
we go.
But I was watching it, and it was really good. Queen were there with Adam Lambert, which I thought were awesome. And then Jax Jones comes on.
Oh, yeah.
Music. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure Queen Lizzie is in her bedroom absolutely raving it up. No. I just don't understand why he was there. Personally.
Well, it's a celebration of British culture, isn't it? That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
but
no matter what music they do or what music they like, they're all under her reign, right? And it's what was it? Diversity did something as well. That was
really good.
Pretty cool.
Really
obviously,
good.
It must have been fun to choreograph as well, right? So they had the opportunity to dance in some different styles with some modern twists, and then they got. The rap was actually pretty good as well by I can't remember what the lead guy of Diversity is called, but the general rap was pretty
my
decent.
other half absolutely loves them. She was like, I don't know why he started rapping, and I was like, yeah, but technically, it's poetry.
Yeah.
In dance.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think it sounds really good. I really
It was pretty cool.
It
was interesting to see them do something slightly different.
Yeah, 100%.
That was that.
Yeah, and some of the stuff too. Like, did you see like the drones and like the projector?
Yeah.
And oh my god, it was just crazy. Like, and you think they must have been practicing this for like months without being able to obviously do it in there.
I saw a video of the Eurofighters flying over London in a perfect 7-0 formation.
Yeah.
That was fucking incredible. Like, the talent to keep, they're traveling at upwards of 300 miles an hour in the air and they're perfectly choreographed to 70. And I watched this clip. It was like a 15, 20-second clip, and all the way through, they're just perfect. So big hats off to the servicemen and women that have been involved in the Jubilee celebrations. They've been incredible, Trooping the Colour and stuff like that. It's always a fantastic show. But Tarkov news then. So we had a very big Tarkov release this week. Everyone got really pumped for a premiere video that BSG decided to put out. That I was extremely excited to see what it was going to be. Turned out it was like a fucking 1 minute 20 video. It was kind of like a TikTok.
So I had family over because we were celebrating my father-in-law's birthday, and I was like, I have to go at this time because there's a video premiering on YouTube about Tarkov, and I need to watch it, right? So a little bit too much information, but I needed to go to the toilet, so I took that opportunity to go at that point, and I literally sat on the toilet, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. Although it does look cool, was kind of expecting there was going to be something a bit more.
So the video that released, for those that haven't seen it, #spoiler, go to the YouTube and you can watch it in full. But they have released a teaser for the Escape from Tarkov Arena mode. This comes with what looks like a 5 versus 5 arena deathmatch, like team deathmatch kind of thing. We don't know about any additional game modes. They did show that there was some healing elements, so obviously there's going to be that kind of thing, which you don't normally get too many healing elements in a 5v5 arcade format. Normally it's a 6v6. Most games they do 6v6, 3v3. But it looks really great with all of the same mechanics for the most part. It looks really incredible. From what I saw, it kind of looks like they're in the terminal location, which has not really been spoken about in a very long time by BSG. So it would make sense. I kind of had a feeling a little while back that was terminals. That's what it was going to be because it'd make sense. But also the big thing is that Arena's not going to be part of the full game. So if you own the EOD package of Escape from Tarkov, you do get DLC. This is going to be included as part of that DLC for EOD members or EOD package holders for BSG and Escape from Tarkov. Now, if you don't own EOD, then you will have to buy it as a separate game. And we don't know anything about the prices. We just, I believe the release is looking at about autumn time this year. That would also explain another controversial point that came just before the release earlier in that day, which was Nikita, who's the lead developer of Battlestate Games. He released an image on Twitter of a red and black Packer armor, which kind of looks almost identical to Dr. Disrespect's plate carrier. Now, I was a bit like, I'm not too happy about the idea of Dr. Disrespect getting a streamer item, and it's not because he doesn't deserve it, it's more because I believe others deserve it more. Now, you think he's probably played 200-300 hours in this game, and I know people in the the community that don't have a streamer item that have got tens of thousands of hours, who are putting out daily videos, guides, they're Sherpas or emissaries for BSG. They stream 5, 6, 7 days a week, and they haven't got one. You know, and they've held big charity events that have included BSG, or you know, they've done podcasts that revolve around Escape from Tarkov, and they don't get one. So I was a little bit, what the fuck? And I did say earlier that day, I was in Friendly Guy stream, and I said, the only possible reason I can think of if they're doing this for PR is that it's got something to do with Arena. But Arena hasn't been spoken about really in any detail in so long. I thought, well, it doesn't seem likely. Then this video comes out, and I was like, okay, Arena shooter games are right up Dr. Disrespect Street. So that, okay, makes more sense. I kind of understand it, but I would prefer it to be an item within the Arena rather than a streamer item in the main game. I think that would be really cool if the top armor package would be this red and black armor vest, and it'd be called the Disrespect armor or whatever, or the Disrespective plate carrier.
There are other streamer items.
Oh yeah, there are, for sure, but this one was different. I believe Glorious E's been announced to have a streamer item as well. Nice Guy as well. These are guys that have put a hell of a lot of time into the community. But yeah, that is that's the crack. That's what's going on with Arena. We don't know anything really more about it, but it looks super cool. It looks super cool. If you haven't gone and seen it, if you haven't gone and looked at the video, I'll put it in the show notes, the link to that. So you can go and check it out. It's not a long video. Slow it down, pause it, think about it, look at it, really analyze it, but it does look cool as fuck. Now,
let us know as well in the comments your views of Arena, because it'd be interesting to see
what the community actually think of, because obviously we've been speaking to people in the community. Oh, well, we don't know everything, and it's nice to see different views on it. Have you seen Escape from Tarkov before? Would you come and play Escape from Tarkov just to play the arena if you've never played Tarkov before? Because it's not going to be as punishing from what it looks like. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what your guys' views on it. Just want to slip in, I've noticed that Matt, you've been playing some PUBG.
I have
in the last few days, and now I've dabbled in PUBG for about 4 hours. So I missed the PUBG hype. I totally missed all that. Didn't really like the look of it, but
we played the other night, and it was like the most fun I've had.
It was really fun. Yeah.
For example, I have a clip of it, so I can send it to you. But we'll just was it your brother we were playing with?
Yeah.
So he hasn't played much before, so we were just sort of playing just to sort of show him how to do it. I mean, Matt had been playing most of the day, and I jumped in the evening, and we were just running, and all of a sudden I heard this car span around. There's a car on a motorbike with a full squad of 4. So obviously we started shooting them. I knocked 2 of them with 2 sniper shots. And then we pushed, and we were pushing them, going in game chat and stuff like that. And
it was brilliant.
You and your brother got knocked, and I somehow managed to clutch up, and I was literally a grain of rice by the end of it. I have no idea how I did it, but we had so much.
Yes, and there's a lot. There's still quite a few people playing it. Like since they made it free, it's definitely brought in like bunch of new people.
Yeah, I'd like to dabble in it again. Maybe we can get some games in.
Yeah, for sure. It's
a bit of a carry, but it does look like a laugh. Now, I have just noticed that somebody hopped into a waiting room. Right, okay, so one of the primary parts of this episode is our guest tonight. Now, he's somebody that me and Gibbsy are big fans of. He's an incredible person and an incredible content creator. So without further ado, we present to you ThatFriendlyGuy. How we doing?
Awesome. How we doing? How we doing, gents? Good to see you all.
Oh, that's fantastic, man.
Don't want to scare you.
How are you?
Sorry, I was pissing my pants.
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Gibbsy has been very, very excited for this podcast.
I'll be honest. Obviously, we watch your streams, and I've seen your videos on YouTube on EFT and WTF and things like that. And I was saying to the boys, I was like, Spring, we should try. And I was like, I just message him. Well, you might not reply, whatever. And you replied, and I was like,
I tried to reply to everyone, but I tried to. Pretty much everyone that asked me. I mean, recently there's been more and more where it's like a bit of a struggle, but yeah, I tried to reply.
It's what happens when you become a famous Australian TikToker.
Yeah, that's it. That's
exactly what it is.
Minus the famous part, just an Australian TikToker.
But yeah, no, thank you very much. Welcome to the podcast.
And pleasure to be here.
How have you been? What have you been up to in the last few days? And you've been taking some chill time?
Well, I went to Italy for 4 days, which is the first break that I've had off streaming for some time. So that was great. That was good fun. And then just since then, just stream, TikTok, YouTube, sleep, eat, repeat.
I won't lie to you.
Sleep, eat, repeat.
Life.
Yeah, it's a great position to be in. To be honest, it is good. It's very, very long hours, but it's something you enjoy, So I do it all the time. Even on Saturday, I had a day off. Like, right, Saturday, nothing to do. Mrs. TFG's out of town. I'll just play Tarkov offline in Discord.
Yeah, I see that. And then I went to bed, and I got this notification on my phone that you'd gone live, and I was like, it's Saturday, and I'd like popped in, playing Daisy or something. I was just this is brilliant.
Yeah.
So the cat's away, the mouse is playing. That's for sure.
Just do what I do on the other days. Yeah, but I've been amazing, been absolutely amazing. Yeah, since coming back, obviously, you as content creators yourself and stuff, you'll know that if you go away for a few days, you you're worried when you come back of like the numbers and stuff, but it's been crazy. Like when I came back, it's like nothing's changed, which is it's a huge relief off my soul, like my shoulders in regards to being
100%.
scared to go away from the stream for a few days. So I'm amazing. What about you? What about you, Free? Are you free? Amazing.
We've been pretty good. Been busy. The podcast stuff is definitely taking up more time than I think I anticipated, but it's been really great getting to know the lads a bit more and trying to work out how we work as a dynamic and like who does what and who's strong at what and that sort of stuff. So it's been great. It's been a great learning curve. We've definitely got work to do behind the scenes for improvement, but I've done a bit of research and I've been don't be too scared. I've done a bit of research into the world of TFG.
The only thing we need
and
is
very
your
much
bank account details.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been informed by a few people that your dedication to always want to improve and to give the best that you possibly can is definitely something that we're trying to take on board as much as possible and develop the podcast. So, and in that helping us with our independent streams. So, yeah,
indeed, yeah.
It's been great.
Always striving to improve. Like if you don't do that, then you just become stale, and that's when you need to stop doing whatever you're doing. If you're not always trying to improve, like you can always get better at something, no matter how good you are at anything. You're never perfect at anything. But yeah, I feel that. Yeah,
100%. Right, so I think Matt's going to kick us off with our first.
Yeah, so I think this is the this is a typical question, but what got you into streaming?
So being a long time viewer of Twitch and always watching it and stuff, like, and being very into the like what makes success type of people, like analytical people that see how people grow. Like I always knew that I wanted to stream, but it's not a case of just going live, sticking a camera up and doing what everyone else does, because that gets you nowhere. Like you really struggle with that.
Yeah.
So I was during COVID being locked down and having free time and being able to just play games every day. Got Kappa for the first time, and I was like, I wonder if I just sold everything, just went around and being friendly to everybody and just gave everything away. I don't see anybody doing that. I'm like, I just stream it, no camera. I just stream it. I just stream me walking around, making friends with people with voice comms, dropping them crazy stuff, them losing their minds, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was like I always knew I wanted to start streaming, but I always knew that I also wanted it has to be something unique. That
you had to find your own niche. You didn't just want to be another Tarkov streamer or another blah
and
blah
I was
blah
like,
streamer.
It's the perfect time. It was the perfect time. I'm stuck in the house with COVID, nowhere to go, streaming every day, playing every day anyway. I'm like, right, you know what, this sounds like a good idea. I wonder if people like to watch this.
Yeah.
This would be quite fun. And then here we are 16 months later, full time, away from a job. And what got me into it is I always wanted to start. I just didn't know what it was, but
COVID I think gave a lot of people a big push.
Yeah, definitely. And not only just streamers, it brought in a lot more viewers to Twitch too, because obviously everyone had a lot more free time.
Numbers were massively inflated.
Yeah, the numbers were crazy, weren't they?
Yeah. The most ever.
Great.
I think Twitch was like 30% growth.
Viewers at one
and it hasn't dropped off as much as I thought it would either. I think because so many more people then exposed to it, it's become part of their routine once they went back to work. So they've found a way to make it work, and that's great for content creators, and it's just great for communities in general across the board, whether that's hot tub streams or clicking on heads or you know what I mean.
I think something that's missed by a lot of people is like people that are going back to work is the amount of people that actually just listen and don't watch. Like people miss out on that.
I do that a lot of work.
A lot of people like creators. Particularly when I see creators that don't really talk that much, they're missing out on like such a huge market of people that would potentially just listen to them. Like I don't shut up ever. Like I'm always talking. Like if you watch my stream, you don't need the audio. Like you don't need the visual because I just don't shut up. I'm always talking. So like a few people do. I know that just listen at work. I'm working, just listening. Hope you're having a good one. And but yeah, going back to work after COVID, I think that's it's not dropped off as much as expected.
Yeah, I mean, during the day, I definitely like with your afternoon stream, you're like 12 till 4, 12 to half 4 kind of a slot. I normally put the baby down to bed at about 12 for her nap. So there's a few times when she's crawled in here because she's got into your schedule. She knows when you're going live. So she'll crawl into here and she's like sitting by the chair. I'm like, what are you doing? So quite often she comes and sits on the lap for 20 minutes, half hour, and she watches the start of your stream. She loves it. Colors, because your stream is so vibrant, like your overlays and everything else is so attractive to just everything. Like you can see how much work you thought about, right, what colors are going to work well. You know, Tarkov as a color palette is pretty bland, but you've definitely brought the colorful side to Tarkov in more than one way. That's for sure. Just with the role play as well.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite, isn't it? Like that's the point. Is it is so unique. That's everything about it. You know, Tarkov is about killing and you know, generally you see a lot of Tarkov getting people playing and getting angry and frustrated with the game when they have a bad session. And sorry, I had to end the stream early because I was having a bad night and stuff like that. But mine's the exact opposite of that. It's fun. I don't care if I die most of the time. Sometimes, very rarely, I'll get a bit miffed. But generally, you know, if I die, I die. We move on. It's colourful. It's vibrant. People are smiling, and it's more about the feel of the channel as a whole, and not just the Tarkov side of things. Like, obviously, you know, starting out as Friendly Guy on Tarkov is great, but I want to be known as Friendly Guy on Twitch in the long run, not just for Tarkov. So, like, all the themes and everything around that it's not much of it is very Tarkov focused. Like, so even like the model of the character is, you know, I could play any game.
It's relatively universal, isn't it?
You know, it's And I thought about that when I was doing it.
I was going to say, like, was there any other games? Because there's some games that are similar to Tarkov, sort of with like how the inventory and stuff works. You know, like Rust or DayZ. Were any of those games kind of did they come to mind, like when you were thinking of creating who you have?
No.
Was it Tarkov?
No.
You know.
Yeah, it was Tarkov. I was playing that. I was playing that every day. But the branding, when I decided, right, let's put a lot of effort into this, and that's one thing that I've always been like. Me as a person, I put massive effort into everything that I do. Like, no matter what it is, I'll give it my all. And I was like, when I was sat down, I'm like, right, let's get a brand together for this. Like, let's get it. You know, let's make it look decent. And I'm like, right, I need to make sure that it's Tarkov, but it's also, you know, it's relatable to Tarkov, but also if I was to in the future go into other things, it can be relatable, and it's not. I'm not having to have a full rebrand if I come out of this into other games. Which at some point, if I want to do this for like forever or a substantial amount of time, I will need to do, because at some point Tarkov will, you know, slowly go down the ladder and become history as we all know with a lot of games. But yeah, it wasn't. Other games weren't in mind when I did it, but the branding of the channel itself was.
That's a really unique approach as well, I think, to branding, because a lot of people, they brand around their only game because that's what they do. Which does make a lot of sense if you brand it around a genre rather than branding it around Tarkov, Call of Duty, and games like that. If you brand it around first-person shooters, then you can play any first-person shooter. And if you do that in a way that is attractive in the way that CFG's is, then you make it timeless, which is a hell of an achievement in itself. Just to put it out there to highlight the effort that TFG's put in, I dove into the dark archives of Twitter to find some memorable dates for yourself. Now, you did your first Escape from Tarkov stream on the 23rd of November 2020. Now, just 4 months later, your average viewers went from 4 to 5 to 20 to 30 in 4 months. Now, being in that bracket puts you in something like the top 10% of Twitch instantly. And that doesn't happen without work. And like, for the listeners that haven't streamed before, like, you can put in what you feel is a decent amount of work, but you could sit at 5 viewers or less for years. But by putting that extra work in, like TFG's done, there's actually, if you go through Twitch Tracker and you compare it to his Twitter, you can see as he starts putting more and more work in, this slope just goes and it takes off like a rocket, and that's incredibly impressive. So that's a huge pat on the back to yourself just for that alone.
Well
getting that is incredible. I don't know if you realize just how good you are as an entertainer and as a content creator.
It's interesting that you mentioned that. So the actual first stream of Friendly Guy was the 12th of February, 11th of February 21. And it's funny you mentioned this because literally 3 nights ago, Sunday it was, at the end of the stream, I'd done 3.5 hours on Rust on Sunday. And I was like, sat there, I'm like, right, I'm going to get an early night. I'm going to get an early night, I'm going to go to sleep and have an early night. I never do that. I never ever get off before 4 hours.
Especially during COVID. There was no reason to get up, so you didn't have to go to bed.
So the other day it was like, I was playing Rust and I'm like, right. But then for some reason, I don't know why we got talking about it in chat. But I sat and went through all my analytics with chat from like where I started, like way back to where I was now. So these numbers are like fresh in my mind because we literally spoke about them a few days ago on Sunday.
That's great.
And my first stream on Friendly Guy was the 12th of Feb 21. There had been some previous streams before that, but they were just going live and basically just testing bits and bobs. There were nothing significant at the time. But yeah, from going live on the 12th of Feb to the 30th of Feb, so 18 days, I'd gone from 0 to 35 average in 18 days. Wow, which was mental.
That's by the end of the stuff dreams are made of, right there.
by the end of March, I could apply for partner. So within 6 weeks of starting, I applied for partner. In April, I decided if I put everything into this, I will be able to do this full time, hopefully, and make enough from Twitch and whatever else to do this full time. Even though it'd be a pay cut because of my old job. I've been doing it for a long time. But yeah, by April, I'd made a decision to go full time and then start buying a house in May. So literally within February to May, I'd gone from never streaming as Friendly Guy to going full time within 3 months, which is crazy.
Yeah,
which is just it's crazy, but it's all it's because it's so unique and everything about it. Like the content is completely different. I tried to be as personable and try and talk to everyone as much as I can. And make it a real community and stuff like that. But yeah, the growth was crazy. But the thing, like you said, is it's not just the streaming. It's Twitter, it's YouTube, it's TikTok every day. You can't just Twitch anymore. You just can't. No. It's not a thing anymore. Just being a streamer is not a thing. You're a content creator among all platforms, or you just won't succeed these days unless you have something very, very special. Like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as I start doing that, yeah.
So now that you're a full-time streamer, you do this full-time. You briefly said that you took a pay cut because of the previous job you did, and you did it for quite a long time. Are you able to tell us what it was that you used to do before streaming?
I was a manager. I was a manager of pub restaurants for 14 years.
Okay.
Worked my way up from like being literally just a bar person within the same company, all the way to managing multiple businesses of like up to 45 staff per business. Okay. So I also lived in those places as well. So got a good wage and got like basically free accommodation as well. So it was like it was a massive risk to be like, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore.
All this security, I'm just gonna push that aside.
Yeah, I was
make that decision to think, no, I'm going to take this. I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to pursue this. I'm just going to go for it. How long did it take to actually make a final decision?
April, and I talked to my wife and discussed it. I wasn't happy with my job, like as much as it was good money and stuff. Like it's a case of the first time in my life COVID had made me realize that it's not all about the money. Like it's just not. It's about having time with your family. The first thing during COVID was the first Christmas day that I had with my family in 14 years. Wow. So I was like, I'm not waiting 14 years again. I was just like, no. Yeah. The amount of things you sacrifice for the money was just like, it made you realize that it's not all about the money. It's about family, friends, occasions, and freedom and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'll take a pay cut if I can be happy doing what I do and enjoy what I do. Then I'll take a pay cut and I'll be happy doing it. And I was like, Mrs. FG, I want to do this. What do you think? Go ahead, go ahead, do it. Like if you don't pay the bills for 3 months, then maybe you might need to get a job. But let's do it. Let's take that risk. So yeah. Bought a house, moved out in November, and then been streaming full time since November. So 7 months now, 6 months.
7 months going strong as well.
Congratulations, obviously.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
To go from a job of 14 years to then, becoming a full-time content creator, that's,
And it's not like you'd worked in the TV industry for 14 years and decided to go it alone, or you know what I mean? Like, yeah, or you'd worked in theatre or something. You see what you've literally gone from. I mean, in the hospitality world, if that is the right sort of kind of name for it, but there's an element of acting you have to do anyway, to an extent. But this is just so different.
Yeah, I'm used to talking to large groups of people and being able to hold a conversation with no one talking back to me. Basically, I'm used to hosting large meetings where everyone just sits and listens to me talk for an hour straight without anything. So yeah, it is a big transition, but I think I've definitely grown as a creator since I started back last year in February. Like how to do things, the flow of things, and how to keep things going. I've definitely grown it and got better at that, but I'm still learning now. But it's I'm enjoying it.
Well, touching on growth, so your numbers across the board are pretty darn impressive. So you are now, as of the other day, sitting at 21.8 thousand followers on Twitch. Holy moly, that's a number. 5.5K on Twitter, 1,350 in your Discord alone. Now, Discord isn't something that's easy to grow, and especially to have an active Discord. It's all well and good just can join my Discord, but you've got a solidly active Discord where people can go. I mean, I hopped in there the other day just to see what happens throughout the Discord, and most of the text channels that are there for a purpose are active for most of the day. Like they're just, it's not like you need slow mode on, but there's people having conversations, and it's not like two people have just used that as the area they want to chat that day. There's multiple people talking, asking questions, helping each other, having a laugh, memeing around, you know what I mean? And that's amazing. And TikTok, 17.3 thousand followers on TikTok. Now, your TikToks, I know you put a hell of a lot of work into. Your dedication to uploading multiple times a day is paying off, obviously. There are some incredible moments that get captured with the TikTok. And how is it that you go about uploading those as quickly as you do?
It depends. It's first of all with the Discord that you obviously mentioned about Discord. It's funny you mentioned that because I think the Discord is the weakest part of everything that I do. Like I think it's I've spoke to the moderators about it recently. Like I have meetings now and again, and we have discussions and we chat and we talk about things with them. And I'm just like, the Discord's the weakest part for me. Like I feel like it needs more engagement. It's good, but it's just not as good as I would like it to be in regards to like, I know that it's the weakest area for me as well. I don't get involved as much in there, and I know that I should, but it's balancing the time.
Discord's incredibly hard work to be active in as the content creator or the head of the Discord.
Yeah,
everybody wants a slice of your cake, and there's only so much cake you've got. You know what I mean? Like you've got to have time for Mrs. TFG. You've got to have time to do this content. You've got to have time to improve things in the background and reply to Discord messages. And then to be active in a Discord. Like I was active in an RP Discord server once. Before in a GTA RP server, and it felt like a job. Like I had a job in the city, but it felt like a job because it was just constantly like, oh, I need help with this, and you're bouncing back. I spent more of my life checking the RP server Discord than I did my own messages or DMs. Not that I'm flooded with them, you know what I mean? But I'd spent more time in that server than I did on social media or with my family, or it just takes over. So it's finding a fine balance in the future is definitely something I know you're going to be looking at with your moderators, and you've got an incredibly strong moderation team as well, which is definitely going to be beneficial. The commitment of those guys.
About social media, there is a question I'd quite like to ask.
Okay.
Obviously, you're quite a friendly person. You are called That Friendly Guy. Do you receive much hate or not really?
Now and again, very, very minimal.
Minimal.
Very minimal.
It must be hard to be horrible to a guy that is literally just nice all the time.
It's like
I know
people.
there are people that are like that, but like you said, you wouldn't expect it because he is the way he is, and his name is literally that friendly guy. You wouldn't, Yeah,
you get it's not really hate against me, but like it's the people that it's the more narrow-minded people that don't understand that Tarkov is not just point and shoot. Those are the people that give me the shit. The ones that think that Tarkov is just an FPS and nothing else.
Yeah, why are you doing that? You're just taking away a slot from a PvP.
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're a loser for doing this. I'm like, okay. And then I'm just like, no one can upset me. No one on the internet could upset me with any amount of words. Like I have been in the hospitality industry. I have been thrown every single insult.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you must.
I have been threatened. I have been threatened with groups. I've been threatened with knives. I have been threatened with guns. I've been threatened with everything you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
If you think someone on the internet calling me a fat is gonna make me cry, you need to,
try harder, son. Come back later.
You know what I mean? If you think someone on the internet's gonna make my day bad, no, not gonna happen. So I don't get much. I don't get much hate.
There's one particular controversial community within the Tarkov world that are becoming slightly afraid of a very friendly person, and I think you know where this is going. And you've put two different scenarios together in a YouTube video that has done exceedingly well, and very well deserved. 118,000 views on the video itself of your interactions with a hacker within the Tarkov community. Now, hacking videos, people see those in two different lights. First, one light they see them of like, they like to hate the hackers, which is great, and it highlights all these bad people and it puts people off hacking. Some argue that hacker videos promote it, which I think is what's different about your video, is that you word things very well in the sense that you're deliberately not trying. I don't know whether you were consciously doing it, but you were deliberately not trying to promote it, but also giving it like a big fuck you to the cheater community. Like, do you want to go through a little bit of the interaction for those that haven't seen the video?
Yeah, basically, quick one is I found a hacker who I can't remember what happened to the first one now. The first one he extracted and I had no guns to kill him. So basically I called him a piece of shit as he was extracting. I told him I hope he gets banned. And I met the same guy again in labs like 7 days later, 8 days later, and he's like, "It's you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." So I called him a piece of shit, tried to get him to kill me, and I managed to sneak a 5.7 off a dead raider because he didn't notice. And as I said to him, "Hey, are you on a stolen account?" He was like, "Yeah." And you still don't know what my name is. And the second that he said that, I one-tapped him with a 5.7.
So I actually went onto your Twitch account and looked at your most popular clip, and it is that one.
And then I said, "Shut your mouth, bitch."
It was the cleanest headshot I've ever seen with a pistol.
Isn't that like a 4 or so % penetration chance of penning the Tagilla helmet with a 5.7?
As someone who's seen a lot of Tarkov clips, like over the years, I've seen a lot of Tarkov clips. I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but that is up there with one of the best shots in Tarkov ever. Like, it is.
I watched it like 3 or 4 times, and every time you dunked him on the head, I just started laughing.
I got like an 800-meter raider headshot through one of the metal things on Lighthouse. With the guns, they've got the metal plates either side. And I shot him, I penned him through that, and I thought that was an incredible shot until I watched that live moment of you tapping this hacker, and I was like, well, there goes my clip, because mine now is worthless compared to this absolute gold.
Yeah, it's
3,000 views on Twitch that clip has.
Yeah, that's it. I think
crazy.
I think on Twitter, I think I had it pinned to my account for a little while. On Twitter, I think it hit like 500,000 impressions on Twitter. Like something absolutely ridiculous.
People love to see the man doing the good work.
It was satisfying. The second that he said, "Oh, You still don't know what my name is. So they're just like, well, I do now. I've got your tag.
He's been banned since, hasn't he? Is that right?
Well, yeah. So I have, yeah, he is banned now. Yeah, I reached out with the name to some people, and he is banned now. Yeah, I just got the Twitter in front of me. That video had 28,000 engagements, which is
That's engagements as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
incredible.
crazy. But yeah. I mean, on the flip side to that, again, everything you mentioned is kind of flicking back to some things that's happened. Yesterday, I was on Shoreline with a group of 5 people, teammates on streaming. Some randomer came into chat, first time chatter, and said, "Are you hunting cheaters?" Which was a bit weird. And I was like, "That's a bit of a weird question." Since I'm on Shoreline, I'm like, "That's a bit weird."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, what it seems like is the guy was in my raid, seen my name, killed all my team, and then left me alive. The cheater.
Wow.
The cheater came over, killed all the team, left me alive, stood there. I flipped him off and flipped whoever was shooting me off, and then he just left me alive on Shoreline on my own and killed my entire team. So,
jeez, because he thinks that your teammates aren't going to tell you his name. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's not how it works, bro.
Yeah. So yeah,
I've actually been in a raid with you, TFG. It was on reserve.
Or the Gravy Seal squad.
And we all got massacred. It was probably the best 4 minutes of my life, I'll be honest.
And do you get stream sniped often?
No. I
There's a
change
reason for
servers.
that.
I change servers every day, and then I hide it quite well. But when I first started, I actively encouraged it. When I was first streaming, I had the raid code up on the screen before they changed it. I had the raid code up, and I'm like, right, come and find me if you want. But then people started finding me like every raid, and I was like,
the pervy peaks are good sometimes.
Yeah, I was bleeding Tetrises and Bitcoins, and I'm like, this needs to stop.
And has anyone tried to pretend to be you?
Yeah, tons of people.
Yeah,
I get scared.
You just killed me. I'm like, it's not me. Leave me alone.
I get scared of. I decided to try and get into the mentality, because your mentality when you're in raid is incredible. Like, you get killed, you're like, you just laugh it off. You're like, or sometimes you're a bit like, well, that just happened, but it's into the next one, rinse and repeat. Something that I've struggled with in Tarkov in the last couple of years is just when you've had a bad run of like 4 or 5 days of just constant, like, come on, I'm getting no traction. And I was streaming, and I was like, right, chat, this is what's going to happen now. We're going to do a semi-friendly raid. We're not going in specifically to make friends, but I'm going in butt-ass fucking naked, and we're going to try and make some money. And I did 2 customs raid, just hit stashes, and I made 2 million rubles. I was like, what is this? I only did half the map. I was like, and I didn't get shot at once. I was just like, so if I had a pistol, I'd be dead in 4 seconds. But like, drop the gun, and
it's crazy how it is.
It was fun to learn, because I know you're especially skilled at dodging scavs, right?
Speciality.
It's an art form.
I've had a few raids worth of experience.
And so dodging the scavs is a challenge in itself. Like, people talk about the hardcore challenge, or what's the other big one they do, where you try and kill all the scav bosses with like whatever you get off your first raid or whatever.
Yeah.
So the snowball challenge, the Dr. Devo snowball challenge. Now, all of these little challenges that people come up with in Tarkov have like one set goal and they're one thing. But when you go into a raid naked, you have so many little challenges to do all the time. It feels so fresh almost every time. And I didn't understand it until I tried it. And then once I tried it, partially to make some money in Tarkov, because I had 6,000 rubles, and partially as a bit of research for this episode as well. It's actually quite refreshing, and I never thought I'd say that.
It is.
It's incredible.
Like, it's so much. You've got nothing to lose, right? You've got nothing to lose. So if you lose it, what does it matter? It's like a scav run, but on your normal
You find a cannon to shonker, it's like, well, profit. Whereas normally I wouldn't even be bothered about it. Like.
So I've been testing an account the last few days, ready for next wipe, which is called ThatFriendlyGuy, where I do exactly that. I start every single raid with absolutely nothing, and I try and get a gun, take down a couple of scavs, which is self-defense because the scavs are going to kill me. They always are. Obviously, aggro. And then I'm only allowed to shoot back at PMCs that try and engage with me. So I'm not allowed to take the first shot. So I'm only defending myself at any point. And it has been so much fun. So much that I said, I'm going to do a test stream. I've now done 2 test streams, and I'm going to do some more because it's some of the things that have happened, like level 6 armors, level 5 helmets, making friends in raid that have given me Rashala's guns. Like it's a combination of everything that I've been about, like the pacifist style of like not actively hurting people, but just defending myself. You get friendlies, you get you're taking down scavs, you get high intensity moments. And I'm so excited to do it as a full account next wipe. But yeah, it's just everything's new. You don't know if you're going to get a gun out of a crate. You don't know if you're going to get an armor. You don't know if you're going to get pinned down by scavs. It's just the buzz of it is insane. And I wish the whole point is, I wish more people would try it and be more open-minded in regards to just working with other people together in raid. VoIP's such an amazing tool that was added.
Yeah.
I've been doing this since pre-VoIP when it used to be, I used to trust people off in-game comms, which was like super
and hand
intense.
signals going, there's sugar on the floor, look, could take it.
Literally. And some of the best raids that I've had have been like that as well. Like I remember before VoIP, there was one point where I had like seven or 8 PMCs on labs, all using in-game comms to take down raiders without a single word spoken to each other, and that was special. That was really, really special. But yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. I enjoy it so much.
It's good. Like you have the moments with like the intel earlier on. Like intel's was one of your things that you used to give out a lot. Obviously, with the RMT update that I think Gibbs is probably about to ask in just a second. You had no rig or bag, so then it's like, do I risk going to try and find a rig or a bag to come back and get that intel, or do I not? Like this new account's going to add a whole new dynamic with some of the old elements, which is going to be super cool to watch.
Yeah, I think the viewers as well have also been really enjoying it. It's speaking, obviously you mentioned the RMT in a moment, but since the RMT, it's kind of I'm a bit stuck in limbo until there's a wipe because of the RMT update. So
I obviously we all saw it and we were all like, it's not going to work, but all right. And everybody jumped onto Twitter and was defending you. Like, you're trying to cancel TFG, blah, blah, blah. How would you, obviously, we know what your opinions on it are, but how have you found, having to adapt and, not being able to drop labs cards and things like that? How have you found sort of like adapting and trying to change it, but keep it the same, if that makes any sense?
It was painful to wake up, to go to bed and then to wake up and to be like, hey, most of your content has been ripped away. Good luck.
It's like the scariest thing that can happen to a content creator is your internet goes down for a week and you don't know it's going to happen, or effectively the game that you play just gets switched off, which is almost what happened to without it fully happening, like scary times.
Yeah, it really, really is. Like, and at first I was like laughing and stuff, and I went live, and I think I had ended up getting I think it was 500 or 600 viewers that afternoon.
We were just sitting there just talking for ages.
Yeah, just jumping in and chatting.
Oh, he's just been raided again. Look at this. He's got loads of viewers.
Yeah, I think I got to we got to 300 viewers organically because people were just swinging by and no, what's up,
And then the raids started pouring in, and then it just went mad.
Yeah, it was a bit crazy, and at first I was laughing about it, then I had to obviously sit down and think, well, this is kind of a big deal. And then it was weird because I was like, oh no, but it doesn't matter. At the beginning of the stream starting, the loot was a big part of it. It was a draw for people. What's he going to give people? What is he going to give a key card or whatever? And polls and stuff in chat that were like, what shall I give away next? But as the stream's progressed and as the channel's grown into what it is, it became less about the loot and more about the interactions and the community and stuff. So it hasn't really affected me that much, a huge amount. But it's kind of left me in a spot where I've got an account that's got loads of amazing gear, loads of money, no quests to do, and no real goal other than just to find people and give stuff away. But then I can't give stuff away, so I'm kind of stuck there in limbo on this account, being like, well.
Just itching for a wipe now, need to freshen it up, get the defendy guy going, get the friendly guy going as well.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, I think I spoke to chat and said to him we're in a position now where if I do take a little bit of a drop in viewership and stuff, I should be okay and stuff, and we'll play some different games, and we tried some DayZ and some Rust, and I started playing some Dishonored pacifist playthrough and switching up some content just to get me going. But yeah, what I ultimately decided is sat down and thought about what I was going to do. A lot of people were like, is that the end of you? I'm like, no way, it's the end of me. So
that must be a hard thing to read in chat a lot as well. Because I watch and I'm looking at the chat and I'm like, God, I'm so sick of seeing people say that. Just because not because I'm sick of seeing the message personally. I'm just feeling like, fuck, if I was not really sure what to do, and every 5 minutes somebody's going, well, that's you screwed. Now what? You know what I mean? And it's like, God, give the guy a second to breathe and to just enjoy the moment and
Silly
give him a
bad as when I get a gun out.
Yeah.
Don't want to get a gun in my hands. That causes some controversy.
Yeah, especially when you think you're on a scav run.
Yeah, so oof.
He's been running around his neighbour's house giving them free labs cards with TFG written on it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm doing that at TwitchCon actually. I'm taking some. I'm gonna do it IRL at TwitchCon.
I'm glad you mentioned.
TwitchCon. I'm gonna do the account next wipe is gonna be no kills at all, so no sacrifices, and every single PMC. Yeah, if I extract with every PMC I extract with that's random will be $1 donated to charity by me.
Oh, that's good.
With the charity changing each month. Obviously, there'll be a cap of some kind because I don't make a ton of money.
You can't go spending $1,000 a month on charity donations. As much as we'd all love to do it.
Yeah, I was like, so I have to see how it goes and how much I end up giving to charity each month. But yeah, I'm not in a position to be throwing hundreds and hundreds of dollars away at charity. I'm just, I might be full time, but I'm full time, and just paying the bills and getting by because I enjoy it, and that's the point. But yeah, so yeah, every single PMC that I find will be a $1 to charity if I extract with them, and then the second account will be the Defender guy. So it'll switch between both of those accounts, which will be. I'm excited. I'm super excited for it. Super excited.
It'll be interesting to see, how it goes, because I'm looking forward to watching that Defender guy. Definitely, I think that'll be interesting to spice it up a little bit. Obviously, we've already said we watch the streams quite a lot, and you get streams where you are showered with love. Do you want to talk about the stream that happened on June the 2nd?
Is that when I came back from Italy? Is that the first stream back?
I believe it was.
It was the one that I don't think you were originally planning to do, but did,
no,
and it went mad. It was the return from Italy.
Yeah, I was planning to do it. I was planning to do the afternoon and the night, but I ended up being delayed from it on the way back from Italy by 4 or 5 hours. So I didn't get to bed till 4 a.m. So I didn't do the afternoon stream, but I just did the night stream instead. And then the sub goal is obviously 15 subs per stream will ultimately give me about 600 subs a month, roughly, which is, I don't know, I don't want to, roughly like £1,200, £1,400 or whatever, which is roughly the minimum that I would need to be able to stay full time, to pay bills, mortgage, etc. So 15 subs is the goal. And we ended up being, that particular stream in, I think it was 5 hours that we did. 323 subs, I think that stream ended on.
It's just,
and it was absolutely crazy. Considering that I did a subathon for 3 days one time when I started full time, and it was like 600 subs to get 321 subs in 5 hours. I just didn't know what to say. I didn't have the words to say thank you anymore. I didn't know what to say. I was just gobsmacked, sat there like, just chill, guys. Just calm down. Just chill.
And the stream after was the same. Well, not the same numbers, but it was another big.
Yeah, it was like 50.
People missed 50, you, man.
Yeah, it was crazy, and it was scary, obviously, because like I said, going away for 4 days is, I'm not earning if I'm, currently my only income, like my main income is from Twitch income, of course. So if I'm not streaming and I'm spending money, it's a double whammy. I'm not earning, I'm streaming, I'm also spending money, so it's a double whammy. But yeah, to come back to that was just insane, and the numbers have not the numbers are exactly the same. The view numbers
3 weeks you're off to Paris. And
I was like, what I'm gonna do at the end of the stream, I was like, right, now I'm gonna go away for another 4 days. I'm gonna go to a different city, and I'll be back in about 4 days.
And be delayed on the way back.
Yeah. Miss half the stream. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's incredibly generous, and I was blown away by. I'm blown away every single day by the support on the stream, every single day.
Your
Thing
community's
is,
testament.
you say, sorry,
go on.
sorry, Spring. You say you got 300 subs on that stream, but and you said you didn't really know what to say. I guess when you get, for example, let's say you get 20 subs in one stream, and you're like, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I don't know what to say, like, and then you get hit with another milestone that you're like, I don't even know how this has happened. And then you get hit with 300. At that point, you're sort of like, what can happen that's more than that? It's like,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, there's just now and again, there's just certain streams that like stand out in my mind of like that stand out that I remember of like milestones for stuff like that. Like certain streams where I got like multiple people together at like special streams or special sub milestones or followers or stuff like that. But yeah, that's one of the streams that I won't ever forget. Hitting 300 in a regular stream is just insane. But the fact that people are so generous and kind and spend the hard-earned money supporting me, like I can never put into words what it means. Like they've literally changed my life. Like I said, like the community has changed my life. Like I'm literally proud to be a part of my own community. I just go live. The community is the community. I just go live and talk for a few hours. The community are the ones that make it.
You really are the nicest guy, aren't you? Like you're just such a nice guy.
I mean, even Steve's nice. Even Steve's nice, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, Steve.
I love the first. I keep meaning to catch a Steve stream, but I work on a Sunday, so I missed the stream a hell of a lot. And I managed to catch it whilst I was at work. I was a bit quiet for a bit. And I was it's a Steve stream. I actually sent a message to my missus because, as you know, we quite often when I have to go to bed and you're still live, I normally go out to bed, take the phone with me, and we lay in bed watching on the phone. It's brilliant. But it was a Steve stream, and I messaged her. I was like, "You need to go to Friendly Guy stream right now." And I didn't like pre-warn her. It's just like, what is this? But she loved it as well, so that's great. Now I know we're pressing over time. I know you're going to be going live in about 15 minutes time. So have we got any quick final questions for TFG before we let him go and get set up?
Matt, do you?
Yeah. Where did the outfit idea come from?
I was like, ooh, what outfit shall I wear? Click, click, click. This is the Friendly Guy outfit.
Just like, right, I'm going with that. Sweet.
Giant mistake on the aviators.
I love it.
Level 6 aviators, class 5 boonie. I mean, come on.
Shit.
I was gonna say, must it be weird? Like after like 4 hours or something, like you take them off and you're like, ooh.
Yeah. If I ever go on a game without them on, like it's like, well, whew, this is vivid. This is very vivid. Yeah. It was just a case of clicking and yeah, I was like, that's going to be it. But so what you actually see is a lot of the brand. This is an oversight in the branding that I made a mistake with. Is as you can see, most of the branding, I've got the USEC 2 shirt on, I believe. So when I started Friendly Guy, I got Capo as a high level, and I had the USEC shirt, which is this, etc. When I started, I was like, but then I didn't realize that can only be achieved by level 47 via Ragman. So since that one, so since the branding's been done, I went into the, I think it was actually one of my friends that pointed out, is like, no, you're not gonna be able to get that shirt again, don't you? And I'm just like,
yeah, try getting level 47 with no killing every wipe just to get that.
I'm nearly 45 now. I'm nearly 45. I'm nearly 45. I think if I actually fully focused on it, in regards to like getting the high level, I think I could do it. But
I think the Defender account will
Yeah, that'll be that. Oh yeah, I think I'll get to 50 with that, because I get so much more XP every raid, like so much more XP just by a couple of scav kills.
Couple of scav headshots is you can come out at 400-500 XP in a very short raid rather than 50 or 60 XP in a slightly longer.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last bit, plug yourself. Where are you? Where can we find you? When during the day? What are you doing? All the good stuff.
So obviously, main content is streaming Twitch 6 days a week. Monday through Thursday is 12 till 4 p.m. BST, and then 9 till 1 a.m. BST. 2 streams a day. Afternoon for Europe, 9 time for stateside people. Friday, I do an afternoon stream. And then on Sundays, we do Sunday Fun Days where I play random games. I'm on TikTok, _, _. Twitch is ThatFriendlyGuy. YouTube is ThatFriendlyGuy. And Twitter is FriendlyGuyTTV. And of course, like you mentioned, we've got the Discord and a few other socials and stuff as well. But yeah, I'm always posting every day on YouTube, every day on TikTok, live 6 days a week. I try and be as active as I possibly can, you know. But it's what needs to be done to stay doing this full time, which is making me the happiest I've ever been in my life. So
fantastic. All of those links will obviously be in the show notes down below. Make sure you guys do take the time to go and check out the Friendly Guy stream because it is outstanding. I promise you won't regret it. Yeah. TFG, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You know, hopefully we can get you back on it again someday in the future with more fantastic stories of San Diego and things like that.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. It's been awesome. I wish I had more time, actually. I wish I had a bit more time to go and chat for a while. We'll have to plan something in where it's, you know, a couple of hours and we can just really sit and have a chat maybe.
100%. That sounds fantastic.
That'd be awesome.
Right. TFG, thank you very much.
Thanks,
go and enjoy your stream. Have a fantastic one. We'll catch you later.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There we go, guys. Thank you very much for getting that far through the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our guest this week, That Friendly Guy. What an incredible person he is, a creator and just a general incredible guy himself. He's just something to aspire to for a lot of creators out there. He's always really good at answering questions as well. So pop into his streams, ask him, get involved in his Discord community. Check out his TikToks.
I think the most important thing to take from that is the fact that how quickly, you know, he grew. And it
impressive stuff.
It is so possible.
Yeah.
And I've taken a lot from it because, you know, still now, all I do is go on OBS, start stream. That's it. I don't go on TikTok. I don't post on Twitter. I post in like Discord channels that I'm in and things like that. But that is literally it. You know what I mean?
I tested the whole posting into Discord channels just to see what would happen if I'd get an improvement or not. And it made absolutely no difference to my viewership. So I stopped doing it because it's like my starting soon screen or whatever. It's like I try and keep it to around maximum 5.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
And I was spending that 5 minutes going fucking scrolling through Discord, posting it in all of the self-promo channels and things like that where you're allowed to do it. And it had fuck all effect.
Yeah.
I get more of an effect off networking in other people's streams and not self-promoting. Don't be a dick and self-promoting people's streams. Just apart from you going to TFG stream, if you raid him, he will tell you to self-promote yourself. But that's different, and always be given permission before you do that, and don't ask for permission, wait to be told. But networking through TikTok and YouTube not so much, but Twitter and just Twitch in general, be in people's communities. And you'll be amazed. You'll get a raid one day and a couple of people will enjoy it. You know, if you get around 100 people, your next stream is not going to have 100 people in it, right? Your next stream is going to have probably the same amount of people. But you might get the one chatter that pops in for an hour that came over because of that raid and, you know, will check you out. And if they like what they see, they might pop back another time. But don't forget, if you're sort of 3 hours into a stream and you get raided by somebody, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be in your stream because they've come with somebody else for a reason because they enjoyed watching that other content. So it's not that they don't like your content, it's that in their routine, like my routine, as I was saying earlier, is 12 o'clock, put the baby to bed, turn off TFG stream. TFG stream is on while I'm playing a bit of Tarkov with Gibbsy, or, you know, I'm having a chat with Matt about something, or I'm editing, or like I've been recently learning some Blender and things like that. And he's on in the background and he's on my other monitor and I'm just sitting there chilling watching him. The benefit to having stupid amounts of monitors is that you can do that. Those are people that don't even game and stuff. Just have 2 monitors. Everyone should have 2 monitors. I think it should be a national, like international standard to have 2 fucking monitors because
it's really handy.
I mean, I've got 4 and I still like more space. Like, I could have put that somewhere. And you know what I mean? Like,
Excuse me.
When I'm editing and stuff, like I have like File Explorer on my vertical monitor where I have like my chat normally in OBS. I'll have like Premiere Pro or Blender in the middle or Photopea or whatever. And then I've got Discord on the other side or a YouTube video that's helping me through something I'm struggling with. And then I have somebody stream on my top monitor. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck, I could really do with that YouTube video there because I'm still talking to somebody in Discord over here and I need my File Explorer over there. And it's just like, not enough space.
Yeah, no, it is though. I mean, just extra things you can add to your setup just goes a long way. Like, I was talking to Spring, like, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, whatever. And we were talking about Stream Deck, and I got a Stream Deck ever since then. Just like that thing, just adding like one small thing, you know, it helps out massively.
Yeah,
you know, and you can just slowly build everything up. Like you know, you don't have to get everything at once. Slowly
I have a button on
steps.
my Stream Deck for moderation page. So when I'm moderating Tourette's Gamers chat, I have a button. So I put my Stream Deck on there, which means I can interact with the chat by using my Stream Deck. So if I want to put a welcome message in, I press a button, it automatically does it for me.
Yeah.
If I want to, you know, pause something, mute something, mute somebody's TTS, if I want to skip somebody's TTS, if I need to ban somebody, it's all just there on my Stream Deck, which is, you know, you don't have to go out and buy one. You can use keyboards and use macro buttons and stuff.
Keys and stuff. Yeah.
But if anybody is an aspiring content creator, or even like, and when I say content creator, that doesn't mean streamer, right? It's called the Stream Deck. But I've even got a button for Premiere Pro. For them keybinds that I always forget to use, or my hands are quite small, so sometimes I struggle to do the keybinds just with one hand. If it's like Control P, I don't like moving my hand into the middle of my keyboard to do right Control P. I like to use left control with my little finger all the time because I'm a gamer and that's what happens. Right? So I have a button on my Stream Deck. So I'd rather, because it's next to my hand anyway, I'd rather tap it with my finger, with my mouse hand, than move my hand onto the keyboard and press Control and P with the other hand. Like, so they're great bit of kit. I know people that have got 3 or 4. They've got like the XL and then they've got one of the regular size ones and then have 2 of the little ones. Little 6 buttons, because they do different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can control audio and scenes, and I've got links and announcements and shit for my chat, and all just there. It's an incredible tool to have. But yeah,
I really enjoyed that. It was really nice talking to him.
It was really nice. We're definitely we'll get him on again in the future. It sounds like he's pretty keen for that as well. So it would be great to get him on. Post-wife or something like that, and we'll so watch this space. If you did enjoy that episode, make sure we're going to take a chance to plug it now. Make sure that you do like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. All right, so that when we do release something, you get a notification, whether that's on Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube. You do get that notification. You can click on it. You can put it in your watch later or some shit or whatever you need to do, and check those episodes out as they come. But I think a very important moment of a new feature we're bringing to the podcast is something that we came up with. I kind of thought about it last time we did an episode, and then I've approached it to the boys, and they loved it, so we've developed it together.
I kind of feel like I pressured Matt into this a little bit, because I was like there is no answer. Like, you're not saying no. You're doing it.
Like, I figured he would like it, like the idea. But yeah, being told that you have no fucking choice. Made sure the fire was up his ass and he was going for it. So, welcome to the new feature of Basically a Podcast, and it is official crew with a 0% bullshit fact.
Today it's going to be a short and sweet one. Okay. Don't shit where you eat.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's very simple.
Don't shit where you eat, man.
Don't shit where you eat.
Don't shit where you eat.
Yeah. And don't eat where you shit either, right? If you're peckish at work.
Don't do it the other way around.
Yeah. If you peckish at work, don't fucking go to the bogs and have a quick sandwich, you dirty bastards, all right?
Yeah.
Don't care if you washed your hands. Nobody else has. Nope, solid piece of advice. And thank you very much, Official Crew, for your Official Crew's 0%
No
bullshit
problem, no
fact and
problem.
tip. Thank you very much.
Looking forward to the next one.
So am I.
Yes, guys, right.
That might have just changed my life. Do you know that?
There we go. Just like that. Just like that. There may be a jingle, so if you heard the jingle before that happened, then I did it. If not, we're working on it, and I haven't decided what we want to do yet, and we haven't planned it between us. But no, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the episode. It is a bit of a shorter one this week, but that's just because we only had TFG for 45 minutes, and we had a very sort of tight slot to get that into, because obviously he has many commitments. He's a very busy man. We're extremely grateful for the time that he was able to give us. So we took full advantage of his maximum time that we could. So, Mr. Gibbsy.
Hello.
What are we doing? Where are we finding you? What's the plan for the next week?
I am working this week, evening, so streaming is going to be a bit of a problem for me. But I'm hoping to Sunday. I'm hoping to get something out, stream wise. Whether it be PUBG, Tarkov, whatever happens. Gibbsy J on Twitch. Yeah, I have Twitter. Gibbsy J _, I think it was. I can't remember.
I think so. Either way, we'll have his links down below in the show notes as normal.
Okay, boomer.
Mr. Matt.
Hello.
What's the crack, son? What are we doing?
So, in the show notes, just click on my link tree. But the main thing I'm really doing at the moment is mainly streaming. So check me out on there, please. I'm going to try and stream every day this week. We're going to try out PUBG this week. I used to play a lot, and I've come back to it since it's been free, and I want to kind of see what it's like, see if we can make some funny moments.
We had so much fun. Honestly.
Yeah, and I think it'll be good for you guys to watch. So please make sure to come by and watch the stream. But yeah, all my other stuff you can find it in my link tree or my Twitch or whatever, But yeah, hopefully I'll see some of you there.
Fantastic. And as always,
what about you?
I'm SpringPeak _. You can find me on twitch.tv/SpringPeak_. All of my socials, my YouTube uploads, merch, and of course merch for the Basically a Podcast show as well. You can find it at springpeak.co.uk. And yeah, let us know what you think. There could be some new items coming up. I'm kind of working on designing a 3D logo and stuff at the moment. Learning some Blender and stuff like that. It's going really well, sort of. I'm just wasting lots and lots of time doing stuff and undoing it. Me and Gibbsy were meant to play Tarkov for 3 hours today, and what actually happened was he watched me fuck around with Blender, and then at the end of it go, don't like it, deleted it and started again.
We sat in a call for roughly 2 to 3 hours. We were going to play Tarkov, but I was quite happy just chilling because, I'd finished work. I'd started work super early this morning. And all I could hear was Spring go, how do I do that? I've just forgotten how to do it. I learned it all last night, and now I've just forgotten it. And it's literally, I've just forgotten it was the sentence I heard majority of the call.
I was like, why can't I do it? I've just did it fucking 2 minutes ago, and now I can't do it again. I was trying to grab a point and put it so that I could start going around the edge of an image. So I can create like a frame and then fill it and then extrude it out and create a 3D image from it. I'm not used to that kind of CAD software because I usually use something like CATIA, or I use Pro Engineer back in the day, which is computer-aided design, which is the sort of things that we use in the engineering world. Now, Blender is used in the animation and design world for games and stuff like that. So it's a different type of package, but it's free. CATIA is 18 grand, so won't be buying that.
Need the podcast to take off just a little bit more.
Yeah. Just a little bit. But yeah, no, guys, thank you very much for the episode. This has been basically a podcast with the special guest of That Friendly Guy. Make sure you go and check him out. And we will see you again next Friday. Thank you very much, guys.
Take care, guys.
We'll see you later.
Bye.